Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and in this video we're going to break down the ICON Contra 2 jacket and pants available at RevZilla.com. Now the Contra is pretty much a legacy icon within ICON's line. This is the first time we've seen this jacket updated in almost 10 years, and it's really getting a whole slew of new refinement to bring it into the 2019 riding season. So the main thing you'll notice is just the refinement to this style. This is a much more updated style, and then you're also getting refinement to the protection. You're going to have the 1680D ballistic working with a new style mesh and stretch twill textile. So really a jacket that's going to be more refined from an aesthetic point of view, but also something that is going to be a little bit more protective as well. So when we take a look at this, it's coming in around the $250 mark for the jacket and around $150 mark for the pants. Now, if you're comparing this to other pieces in ICON's line, you might be considering this against the Tarmac. The Tarmac is where you want to go if you'd like to upgrade to waterproof protection. Really what you're going to see with the Contra 2 is this is really going to be your 2 to 3 season mesh textile. There is a full sleeve thermal liner included, so for the cooler months of the spring and the fall, you can use this to keep warm. But again, it's not a jacket you would run all the way into the winter months because of its main mesh construction. So from a sizing standpoint, sizes will range from a small up to a 4XL, very much that ICON fit. Eric on my left-hand side stands at 5'10", weighs in at 220 pounds, and has a 44-inch chest. He's in a large. If he was looking at ICON's size chart, they would recommend an extra large. He's sized down about a half size to a full size, depending on where you fall, and you're gonna get a jacket that fits you spot on. Now, there are 4 different colors available. Eric is wearing the full black on black version that you're going to see on my left-hand side. Now, starting with the top and working our way down, again, that 1680D ballistic in your impact zones, D30 armor, CE level 1 in the elbows, the shoulders, as well as the back. So when we flip them around, there's no need to upgrade the back armor in this. It comes standard. One of the things you'll note, the mesh is a much more refined mesh. It's going to flow a lot more airflow, but it just kind of holds its shape a little bit better. A little bit of a pre-curve to the sleeve, and you now have these adjusters that are on this elasticated stretch. So once you ratchet those adjusters down, they have a really nice clean line to them. You can see how they fold over, but even after they're as tight as it can be, there's still a little bit of elastic and stretch there, which adds to the comfort while still giving you a nice secure fit. If you are in the event of a crash, you do want that armor to sit exactly where it needs to be. Simple cuff design with this. You're going to have just a zipper on the inside, but no extra Velcro or anything like that. Very easy to get a pair of gloves over the cuff. And then working your way down, the main thing you'll notice is that the TPR on the ICON logo is much more refined. You're now going to have mesh on the inside of this. It's going to flow a mass amount of air. You're going to see the little accents here with perforation over the textile, and then a pair of hand warmer pockets to use just to stash any goodies you might need to carry with you. Eric, I'm going to have you go ahead and face sideways for me. Strike the riding position. You're going to notice that they've upgraded and included, little pops of reflective. You now have accordion stretch at the back of the arm if you're in more of that full tuck ride position. Accordion stretch at the elbows, just better range of motion in general. And then you are going to have the ratchet adjuster down at the hips if you want to fine tune how that fits you. Eric, go ahead and face backwards for me. Like I mentioned earlier, you have the D30 armor. CE level 1 is now standard at the back, and you're going to have the clean mesh look. So they've really just cleaned up the look at the back. They used to have that big TPR thing sitting right in the middle here. That is gone. A little bit more of a drop seat to this. You have the ICON logo at the bottom, a little bit of padding there. And you now have the pants which complement this. Now the pants on this, the Contra 2 pants, are going to be an overpant. And I say that because one, if you wear them without anything underneath, they're completely see-through because of the mesh in the front, and there's going to be an interior zipper. So Eric, here's what I'd like you to do. Just face me, just look right at me, perfect, and then kick your left leg backwards. So really what you can see on the inside there, you're doing great. I know you're trying to hold that perfectly. But you can see the zipper goes up on the inside of this. So when you're going with the overpant, they didn't run the zipper on the outside, which is ideal because if you're sliding down the outside, the last thing you want to do is have that zipper as a weak point. And Eric, you can go ahead and face forward for me. So instead, they ran the zipper down the inside of the pant, and it runs all the way up into the crotch. So even with your boots on and your pants on, you can get this easy on, easy off. And like I said, Eric is wearing this over his base layers, but if he wasn't, you'd be able to see right through there. So in the warmer months of the year, you can wear that with just a simple base layer underneath if you want to, or you can just layer it over your pants and then commute back and forth to work wherever you're going. And once you get there, you can simply slide right out of your gear. Now you do have D3O armor at the hip and the knee with those, and again, full mesh construction running on the body, and then you will have the ballistic nylon where you need it most and your impact zones right on top of your knee. Now before we wrap things up, Eric, let's take a look at the inside of the jacket. So unzip for me. And over on the left-hand side, you will notice there is going to be a Napoleon pocket over on the left-hand side, as well as that full sleeve liner that we mentioned earlier. So if you are riding into the cooler months of the year, you can throw that back into the jacket and get a little bit more seasonality out of this particular piece. Sir, you may zip up. You've done a fine job modeling the Contra 2. If any of you out there still have questions about this jacket and whether or not it's right for you and your riding style, now would be the time to pick up your phones. You can reach out to one of our gear geeks at 877-792-9455 or simply shoot over an email to cs@RevZilla.com. I want to thank you for joining us for this look at the ICON Contra 2 jacket and pants. I'm Spurge. This is Eric. Enjoy the ride.